I start, I just want to let you know that this vlog will have 3 series. The first, which is this one, will focus mostly on our itinerary and other important details such as the requirements, the budget, and the changes you need to expect when you are coming here. The second video will focus on places to eat here in Bantayan Island, including the food prices. And the last video will be a full vlog of our stay here, and that will include the behind the scenes, the bloopers, and etc. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please click on the subscribe button below and hit that notification bell icon to be notified on my next video. For tourists, the requirements are very simple. All you need is a valid ID, proof of confirmed booking at an accredited hotel, and your online registration with your personal QR code, which looks like this. For the online registration and the list of accredited hotels, please scan this QR code and you will be asked to download an app that looks like this. So we actually took the midnight trip to Hagnaya Port at North Bus Terminal because the 3 to 5 hour ride during normal hours, depending on traffic, gets shortened to 2 hours at this time. But unfortunately, the first bus trip was still scheduled at 4 AM, so we decided to take a van for 300 pesos each. If you prefer to take the bus, I'll flash the prices on the screen. Since we arrived earlier than expected, we decided to take the 2 AM trip since the next trip was still scheduled at 7 AM. Normally, they have the trips every hour, but because of the pandemic, there are some changes to the schedule. You'd also need to pay a 5 peso terminal fee. The ferry ticket costs 185 pesos for one way. Once you arrive at Sta Fe Port, they will hand you a priority number, then you just need to wait to be called. You also need to pay a 30 peso ecological fee each. Then once you are called, you would need to present all your IDs, QR code, and a picture of your booking confirmation. A ferry round trip is not required because you can buy the ticket going back to Cebu after your vacation. Most hotels offer shuttle pickup, but since we arrived too early, we decided to take a tricycle to their church so we can attend Simbang Gabi while waiting for establishments to open. Also, please make sure to bring enough cash when going to the island, or else this happens. After the mass, we headed straight to our hotel to drop off our things. Standard check-in time is 2 PM, but because of the pandemic, it has been changed to 3 PM. This is to allow more time for disinfecting the rooms. We're on our way to eat breakfast! Yay! After watching the sunrise, we decided to have breakfast at Coffee Corner by Inday, which was just a walking distance from Kota Beach. I'll be posting a separate video about the places to eat here in the island. Breakfast time! Ogtong. After breakfast, we headed back to the resort to register, and then you will be asked to scan a QR code for the health form. They would also provide you with welcome drinks. And then we transferred our bags to the reception since we initially left them at the restaurant while they were still closed. So you can leave it here. We then rented a motorbike to tour around Bantayan. The standard price for a motorcycle is 300 pesos and good for 24 hours. However, we got ours for only 250 pesos from Kuya Bok. I'll post his phone number on the description below if you want to contact him. The helmets are also included with the price, but you have to guess it up yourself, which would only cost around 150 pesos to 200 pesos. You also have the option of renting a tricycle to tour you around, which would cost around 400 pesos to 600 pesos for a few hours. Our first stop is the Ruins Cliff Diving Spot. There is no entrance fee, but be careful when going down because the steps do not go all the way down, so you have to jump. Unfortunately, it was still low tide when we came, so we decided to just take photos. Climbing back up is also a different story. Our next stop is Sta Fe Beach Club, Ogtong Cave, which is just near the ruins. The entrance fee is normally 200 pesos for adults and 100 pesos for kids. But because one of their pools is under renovation, the fee was reduced to 120 pesos for adults. Please also make sure you have your QR codes ready because they will check that before entering. We decided to try the pool first because there were too many people in the cave. At around 12 noon, we went back to the cave and there were no people already. The cave is actually very small and very rocky, so make sure you wear your slippers because the rocks are very sharp. The water here is actually very blue and warm. The cave is not deep, just waist level, but children are not allowed inside. And because of social distancing, only a maximum of 15 people are allowed inside. We did not spend too much time in the cave and just took photos. We are now here at Bantayan Island Nature Park and Resort. This resort has a pool, a zoo, cave, fishing spa, and restaurant. However, you have to pay a fee to use each amenity. The entrance fee is 100 pesos with 50 pesos consumable at the restaurant. And you have to pay an additional 100 pesos to use the pool, 50 pesos for the cave, and 25 pesos for the fish spa. So if you want to use all the amenities, you have to pay a total of 275 pesos. In our case, we only paid 175 pesos each to use the cave and the fish spa. This cave is actually deeper compared to Ogtong and a lot colder. I actually enjoy this cave better than Ogtong.
You look kaya. You look here. Kota Beach. Huh? Sa Kota doon? Kota Park? Kota Park. Nakita. Sa Kota Beach.
Our last stop is Kota Park, which is located at the opposite side of Sta Fe. So it will take longer to get here. But the view is very nice. The park is very clean and you can also get the best view of the sunset here. Unfortunately, we couldn't wait for the sun to set because we were already hungry and had not had our lunch yet. We decided to have our lunch at Rio Cafe and Restaurar, which is just near Kota Park. Before heading back to Santa Fe, we decided to stop by at the market in Bantayan town to look for the rare delicacy called taguangkan, which is a type of barbecue made from a chicken's ovary with an unhatched egg inside. We arrived back at the resort at 6 p.m. I'll save the room tour for another video. But we booked the beachfront suite for 4,500 pesos, good for 2 persons, and you pay additional 700 pesos for every extra person. Breakfast included. After the massage, we decided to have dinner and have a few drinks at Kota Bar and Restaurant. And after dinner, we went back to the resort and the guys drank until midnight. We had to sleep early to watch the sunrise and to enjoy our last day in Bantayan Island.
The next morning.
Alright, so I'm ready for breakfast. Of course, I'm gonna try this. Alright, we're just waiting for my husband and his friend to come back because we're gonna return the motorcycle that we had just rented. And once we're back, we're gonna eat breakfast at the resort's restaurant.
Bacon man ako. Ito yung nakaan. Baka nagdag sunblock?
We had our lunch at Tiki Bar and Restaurant before heading back to the resort to get our things. Checkout time is 12 noon. We also stopped by at Santa Fe Public Market to buy dried fish to bring home to Cebu. The price ranges between 150 pesos to 170 pesos per pack.
Okay na, thank you.
Before you can purchase your ferry ticket, you need to pay a terminal fee of 5 pesos. The ferry ticket costs 195 pesos and there are discounts if you are a senior citizen, a child, or a student.
Mana si Jay?
We decided to take the roll-in, roll-out bus for 250 pesos, which will take us straight from Santa Fe to our hometown in Consolacion, Cebu. So that wraps up this video. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave me a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching!